Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So microphones and podcasts are exposing people. So in today's video,
Me and my wife have had that conversation. If I had a daughter, I'm not changing diapers.
He and her agree that it's not something that I need to be doing. No, I shouldn't be the one putting my daughter in the tub.
Boys' diapers things, I shouldn't be touching that either, though.
yeah, now this has got a lot of men, surprisingly, coming for him. And mind you, this is not the first time I've seen someone say something in the lines of this, okay? I remember a few days ago, there was the Nelly Ashanti situation where people were coming for Nelly for making Ashanti a married single mother, right? At the time, we talked about that, right? And I believe that there are two categories of men when it comes to this particular topic. They are the ones who are like, oh, I'm so weirded by it. I don't want to see my daughter's parts. Okay, I don't want to see my daughter's part. And there are the others who are like, I'm the man of the house. I shouldn't be doing this. This is a woman's job. And that is the Nellies. Not that they are weirded by it, but to them, because they provide, they shouldn't be doing anything when it comes to, babies until they are of a certain age. That's the mom's job. They don't care if it's a boy or a girl. It's your job, so you do it, right? And then there are the rest who are like, oh, I'd rather change my sons, but I'm not touching my daughters because I'm weirded out by it. And a lot of men are saying, you must be investigated, women as well, okay? But the number of men I've seen talking about this particular topic, I was surprised, okay? I was surprised. I was expecting them to be like, yes, it's a woman's job, like Nelly said. It's a woman's job to do it. That was what I was expecting. So I was really surprised to see them calling him out, all right? But let me know what you think about this whole situation, and let's get into what people had to say.
Dad never changed our diapers. He wouldn't change his girl's diapers.
Me and my wife have had that conversation. If I had a daughter, I'm not changing diapers.
And if you ever get with a man that feels like if he were to have a daughter, he can't change the diapers because of the different parts, you need to leave that man immediately. Because regardless of what the parts are, it's your child. So why do you feel so conflicted with changing your baby? Because it's a baby. Because excuse my pessimism, but as soon as I hear something like that, I'm thinking, are you tempted? Like what is it about it? Like, why can't you change a child, a newborn, even what's going on? I'm not understanding. And I used to hate podcasts and hate podcast mics, but I'm actually very happy that it's giving people the comfort and the freedom to out themselves for being weirdos, because I don't care how you try to manipulate that sentence and make it sound like you're not weird. You're weird. There's no getting around that, period. And you would think with this type of logic that the mother isn't allowed to change the baby boy's diapers. But no, it's completely one-sided. She can change the baby boy's diapers and the baby girl's diapers. He can't change no diapers, which shows that it's not just about the baby girl having different parts or anything. It's him being a creep. He is a weirdo and a creep. And I would pay good money to sit in a room and hear him and his wife have that conversation and see how she rationalized that in her head and made it sound like her husband isn't a creep and a weirdo. Because I don't care how you try to rephrase it, you still sound like a creep to me.
There are probably a lot of women out here not allowing the baby daddies or their husbands to change their daughter's diaper because of a trauma response. Something probably happened to them when they were younger, or they were assaulted, and they don't want the same thing to happen to their daughter. So from that standpoint, I can understand. But the standard is for both parents to change the diaper, whether it is a boy or a girl. So a guy in the comment section said, I've never changed my daughter's diapers, but I have my son's. So Trish says, why? Did mom not let you, or you didn't feel comfortable to do so? He replies, I didn't feel comfortable looking at my daughters. Someone else says, you didn't feel comfortable because you had a sexual urge. And I'm not saying that every man that changes their daughter's diapers has that mindset or some type of urge if they don't feel comfortable changing their daughter's diaper. But it got me thinking about the situation with my ex. At the beginning of our relationship, his baby mama allowed him to get their 3 or 4-year-old at the time. And she had just went through the potty training stages. So she could use the bathroom on her own, but she would need assistance with wiping. So he would ask either me or his mom to do it for him, right? And when it came time for her to take a bath at night, he would ask, can you give her a bath because I don't feel comfortable doing it? Now, in the back of my head, I was just like, this is your daughter. Like, you've shown me pictures of you, like, changing diapers, putting clothes on, like, when she was a baby. You keep saying that she's a daddy's girl, this, that, and the third. So why would you have a problem with giving her a bath? But I didn't think too much into it. I gave the girl a bath. Now, granted, we just started dating. I'm not her motherfucking mama. And I don't know if her mama would feel comfortable with me giving her a bath. But since I'm a woman, I handle that. Now, me and this ex broke up years ago. But last year, I found out, and he's in his 30s, that he ended up getting an underage teenage girl pregnant. So it got me thinking, nigga, you was back then fighting some fucking demons. Or you ain't got no fucking self-control. And I understand why you probably needed assistance with somebody helping you with your daughter when it came to bathing and wiping. Sick.
So what we thinking about men talking about they don't change their daughter diapers? I don't know. I feel like it's a way for motherfuckers to get out of doing what they need to do as a parent. I mean, my peoples, my family, they change diapers. Maybe it got something to do with this new generation of people, these new generation of folk, but I think it's because you niggas not trying to be parents for real. I ain't never heard no shit like that. Me and my woman agreed that we don't need to be that I won't be changing diapers. Like, so every time the baby got an accident, your wife or your baby mama or your girlfriend is changing your child's pamper, that would actually drive me insane if I was a parent. Like every time, you know how like when children be having blowouts and shit and the parent be choosing which one gonna do it, that would piss me off.
Shouldn't be the one putting my daughter in the tub and all of that. No, like
My dad's never watched.
Yeah, because you got a perversion mind. Yeah, because your mind ain't right. That you have to say, you shouldn't be the one taking care of your daughter, a baby, your flesh and blood. The fact that you even think that way, society got you even thinking that way, that you may think there's something wrong with you. I don't care what, no. Listen to what he's saying. I shouldn't be the one to be changing my daughter's diapers. I shouldn't be the one to give my daughter a bath. Bro, what is on your mind that got you so uncomfortable of taking care of your own daughter at a young age? This is your daughter. But you know what? Hey, it's some new time. I guess you got a spirit in you that you know about that you probably need to get checked.
My dad never changed our diapers. He wouldn't change his girl's diapers.
Me and my wife have had that conversation. If I had a daughter, I'm not changing diapers.
Okay. I hate this so much, and yes, I'm judging. I really tried to go into it with a nuanced perspective, but the more I think about it, the more angry I get. If you as a man have a daughter and you refuse to change your diaper because that's just not something that you need to be doing, those were his words, not mine, then there's something seriously wrong with you. If you listen to the whole video, it gets so much worse. He says that he and his wife agreed that he's never going to put her in a tub, he's never going to bathe her, because your mother needs to teach you that I can't. You're taking the simple act of changing your daughter's diaper and turning it into this whole weird thing, because why was this even a conversation? What do you mean that the daughter has their mother for that? And the way I know that he doesn't believe what he's saying is because if he has a son, I'm pretty sure he's going to let the mother change his diaper. He wouldn't allow the mother to touch that baby boy no matter what the circumstances, because that's just not something she needs to be doing, right? Exactly. This is just a very odd mindset to have. And if you think like this, you're either a very weird man that should be investigated and should not have any children, or you're just a very lazy man that thinks that the children are more responsibility of the mother, in which case you should also not have any children. And for the wife who had this conversation with him, why are you even considering giving a child to a man who you cannot trust to change your daughter's diaper? Again, super odd mindset. I hate this whole thing.
They need to get a nigga like you off the street. No. I'm gonna say what I haven't heard anybody say thus far. And it's just the simple fact that you guys are just predators. And hear why I say this. Why are you sexualizing your daughter? You're weird. What other reason would you possibly have to not want to change your child's diapers? You're nasty. The only reason why these niggas would say some shit like this, or any man would say some shit like this, is because they are looking at it as something sexual, something that it is not. There shouldn't be no problem with you changing your child. If listen to me, if y'all are dating niggas can't trust to change your child's diapers, reevaluate yourself. If y'all are dating niggas who wouldn't change your daughter's diapers, reevaluate yourself. Why do you think these are avoiding doing that shit? Because they're looking at it as something sexual, right? So they want to stay away from it. Because they probably just saying, oh, they might do something. Y'all are weird. It's like saying, I'm in a relationship, so I wouldn't go to the club. You wouldn't put yourself in a situation where something like that can happen because you know it's a possibility. Peep game and lock the fuck. Y'all are weird.
My dad never changed our diapers. He wouldn't change his girls' diapers.
Me and my wife have had that conversation. If I had a daughter, I'm not changing diapers.
This whole conversation right here, I always felt like it was weird. That's a part of being a parent. Y'all sitting on this app making a big deal to not change y'all daughter diaper or bath y'all daughter. I changed my daughter diaper plenty of time off the simple fact I had to. I had no other choice because my wife wasn't around. And I refused to let my daughter walk around with some boo-boo in her diaper or pee in her diaper. And first of all, if you got this mindset, you weird. And we all know as parents how important it is to take care of your personal hygiene, men and women. As a man, I'm aware that daughters can get infections if you let doo-doo stay down there a certain amount of time. It ain't about being weird. It ain't about, oh, I'm a man, I can't change, I don't supposed to change my daughter's diaper. No, it's about hygiene. If you able to change your daughter's diaper, change it. Even as a grown person, you couldn't walk around for hours or even 30 minutes with doo-doo in your butt and feel comfortable with doing it. So why would you want your daughter to do it? Y'all men gotta think. Y'all women gotta think. If you look at your daughter any type of way, you shouldn't have no kids. You don't deserve a daughter. At that point, you're a predator.
As for me personally, I think, like I mentioned before, I think there are two categories when it comes to this particular topic. There are the lazy men who feel like, oh, they go to work, they come home and that's it. Their job is done. They don't have to do anything. They don't want to take part in it. It's like, it's your job. You're a woman. Aren't you a woman? A woman is supposed to do this. And I grew up around that. You hear aunties, grandmas, saying that, oh, this is a woman's job. Like if a man is seen doing that, it's like you have done something to him. He's a simp, basically. It's a simp for changing, diapers, right? And so men are excluded from it. And so that's usually the norm. I know things have changed now. It's not like back in the day, right? But a lot of men carry that kind of mindset as well, like, oh, it makes him lesser of a man because men are not supposed to do that. It's a woman's job, okay? And that's how they see it. Which shouldn't be like that because it's wrong. All right. It's not a woman's job alone to raise children. It's not a woman's job alone to change diapers and give children personal care. It's not a woman's job alone. It is you's jobs because you two came together to have the children. Okay. So that mindset is wrong. All right. Let me just put that out there. But if you are a man and your child, your daughter, weirds you out when you have to change them, Oga, please go and seek help. Okay? And if I should add, please don't have children. Okay? And if I should add again, please stop sleeping around unprotected. All right? And please let the women in your life know that. And if you're a woman and you're dating, these are some of the questions you should be asking. These are some of the questions you should be asking in the beginning of the relationship. So what kind of a father are you going to be? Are you a hands-on dad? Or are you, I don't know what to call them. Hands-off dad? I don't know. Are you one of those dads who do not help around the house or you don't believe in that? What kind of a father are you going to be? Oh yeah, I would love to take part in it, okay? Are you not weirded out by changing your daughters? Nah, she's find out what they think about these things. Find out where they stand about these things, because you never know. Okay, you never know. I remember somewhere last year, the lady who posted a video about marrying someone in, I don't know, within a month or something, within 6 weeks or something, only for her to find out that he was, touching the kids, the love of her life became a monster or something like that. I don't remember the title. And we're all talking about it, right? These are some of the reasons why you need to study them. You must study them. You must take them through because you have to know the kind of people they are, what their mindset are like. And I know someone will argue that, yeah, you may not know. Sometimes they will tick all the boxes. They may be doing everything right. And they may be secretly doing these things without you know, which is also true. Okay. And that's why I also say keep vetting them. All right. They can't keep the mask on for a very long time. All right. They will slip somehow. All right. And when you hear them little subtle conversations, that's how you find your answers. It doesn't have to be big. All right. He is saying all that. He didn't think it was a problem. And I'm sure now that it's on the internet and everybody's coming for him, probably he would understand what is going on, but maybe he won't. Okay. But yeah, have this conversation. It's very, very important. Have them find out who you are laying down to have children with. Not only are you going to become a married single mother if you end up with one of those men who believe that is a woman's job, not that they won't do it, not that they are weirded out by it and they'll leave you to do everything. Because think about it, changing diapers, probably most children become independent between the ages of 2 and 4, maximum 5. Okay. So you're looking at anywhere between 2 to 5 years. All right. For changing diapers alone. Right. On top of doing laundry, on top of cooking and cleaning, on top of taking them to school. And if you work, on top of working. All right. So you need partnership when it comes to you need somebody who will be there to help you doing it. You are not supposed to do it all alone. It's not you alone's job. Okay. It's supposed to be a job that is between the mother and the father. So if daddy is like, no, I'm not going to take part in it, please weigh that option carefully. Okay. Because it's not easy. This is your first time, you are going to become a first time mom. And please think about these things very deeply. It's not that light, and if you let it go or if you think it's not going to be a big deal, sooner or later you're going to find out, okay? Because it adds up. All right. It adds up. As time goes on, you start feeling it and the resentment will come in. Okay. So if you're thinking about having children, please do this homework for your own sanity, for your safety and for your children's safety. Find out about their mindset before you have kids with them. That's what I'm going to say. But anyway, leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments and I'll see you again in another video. Take care of yourselves and one another. Bye.